don't know if you guys remember, if you ever saw my video about people worshiping false gods and these false idols. And I talked about the story of the golden calf, where they made a golden calf and they called that golden calf Yahweh, which is the name of the true God. Just like some people make a God in their own image and call that God the true God's name. They call that God Jesus when it's not the real Jesus of scripture, of history. So I wanted to talk about Leviticus 10. So it really matters not only that we worship God, we should be always worshiping God with music, with our lives, with doing all things as unto the Lord, but it really matters how we worship the Lord. In Leviticus 10, there are some sons of Aaron the high priest, and they are also priests. These priests worship God. So the sons of Aaron, they offered strange fire, strange worship, profane fire, profane worship to the Lord in a way that he did not command. And what did God do? He struck them down. He took their lives. Straight like that. No games played. They worshipped him in a way he did not command, and he took their lives. God is serious about obedience. God is serious about his word. And I encourage you to go read it for yourselves. It's short. It starts in verse 1. So God doesn't play. Think about that the next time you're in a church who misuses the gifts of the Spirit, who practices tongues in a way that's contrary to 1 Corinthians 12 and 14. God does not play. God is gracious. But why would you offer strange fire, profane fire? Why would you offer profane worship? Worship that God does not accept. God has given us the things he wants us to know in his word. I believe it's 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17. The word of all scripture is God-breathed, and it is everything we need. And it gives everything to equip the servant of God, to rebuke, to reprove, to rebuke and to reproof and to equip the servant of God. So God gives us strict guidelines on who he is, his character that he will never violate, what he will do, what he won't do, who he is, how he wants to be worshipped, how we're saved. These are strict guidelines that we can't know unless we get it from his word. People are always seeking their feelings. They're always seeking a sign, a wonder. And don't get it wrong, I believe in biblical things. I believe the gifts of the Spirit are biblical. And I'm not just talking about the gifts of the Spirit. I'm talking about songs, worship songs that are unbiblical, that say things like my praise hurts the enemy or something like that. Which is, have a good one. Which is not biblical at all. Like things that say God's love is reckless. When you look at the definition of reckless, it's something that's not good. I understand God's love is amazing, it's selfless, but it is not reckless. God is not reckless. He knows what he's doing. He's not. And I know I sound real strict, but at the end of the day, I know I sound strict, but God is more strict. God is holy, holy, holy.